Okay, so welcome. So you're gonna send it to my you gonna text it to me or you gonna send it to my email?
Let me send it to. Let me send it to. I was gonna text it to you.
You can text
Yes.
it to me.
I hope
Either way,
this
it
will
doesn't
not get
matter.
me in trouble.
Let me open my voice. So you can send the email or you can text it.
Okay. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. Let me see. When this girl give me so much trouble, I can't concentrate. Okay, the one that said a poll was taken in a local high school, asking students, and then they show you the asking student if they
Is it the table,
prefer
chart, and
cats and
graph?
dog. Yeah.
Hold on
No,
for a
and
second.
then they show you the cats, the dog. It says neither 30.
All right, hold on for 1 second. Let me log back into my You said you sent it to me in text or or
No,
is
I
or is it
I still can't send it. That's why.
where you
Listen.
getting it from?
Okay, wait, let me see. Let me
You
see.
getting it from my
Okay.
site or
No, we did it, but I just went through over it. I went I went through it over and over, but I didn't understand. I still don't get it. Yes,
okay?
Mama. I'm gonna clean it, okay? Mama, don't worry
Was it from
about
the tables, charts, and graphs?
it. Oh, let me see if I could email it to you. Oh shoot. Mm.
Hey, let me pause for a second. Pause the recording. Okay, what is the question?
Okay. It said a poll was taken in a local high school asking students if they prefer cats or dog. Nor neither.
Do you see an email? Hold on. That's my. I was sharing the wrong screen. Now you see a blank screen.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me get my text in. Boom. Okay. You said. Go ahead.
Okay, let me start again. A poll was taken in a local high school asking students if they prefer cats, dog, or neither. The results are shown
Oh,
below.
Cats, dogs, or neither. Okay.
Yeah, the results are shown below.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
this was tables, charts, and graphs.
yeah,
This was tables, charts, and graphs. So let me just open that up. Let me log in here. Yeah, that's tables, charts, and graphs.
they
I
have the pets and they have the preference.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's
Mine, my question with that is, what is nor? What does that mean? Nor is or like it doesn't exist. I don't know.
so
I'm confused with that.
so it's not either one. That's what nor is.
Oh, it's
So
not
it's
either.
not
It's not.
one or the other.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
not either one of them. Got me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so anytime I see cats nor dogs, so that means it's not the cat, it's not the dog. So it has to
Correct.
be either. Neither.
Or neither, right? I could put neither. So
Oh,
matter of
okay.
fact, what I'll do is I'll go in tonight. And was that the pretest? Let's see. I think that was the
Um,
pretest.
we did that last week.
Let's see.
I understand the way to do it, but I just didn't understand why they have nor there, and then why did you choose neither?
Let's see which one that was. Mm-mm.
And I have another question again.
It's not the pretest. It's not the pretest. So it must be.
Good evening, Professor Tinsley.
Hey, Brandy, hey, what happened to you on Friday?
You know what, Professor Tinsley, I don't know, wait, we didn't reach out to each other and I didn't reach out to you either. That was all on me, Professor Tinsley. I apologize because I have a certain issue going on right now. So I had to do some running around, but I do really
No problem.
apologize about that.
No problem. So, Darlene asked a question with tables, charts, and graphs. So I'm very good
Okay.
at tables, charts, and graphs now, but she didn't know she where it came from, so it wasn't in the pretest. So let's try. Uh, is it here? It must be from here. It must be from here. So I'm gonna load that up. So what you been working on, Brandy?
Well, a little bit of some of a pre-test and what we were working on, some algebraic expressions and some more algebraic problems. So I did take a few tests, but I
Okay.
also viewed the last video that you made with the lady where you all were going over certain how to read a graph, and then I forget the beginning of the independent and dependence.
Okay. So that Darlene, that's when we was working on uh, the science stuff, right? So those questions are so independent. So what I want you to think about independent and dependent variable. Think of
Oh,
when you think in the science, most of it's going to be a lot of it's going to be math, right? So for
right,
example, when you do linear equations, right? We're just real
right,
quick. Make for example, if I have a linear equation here, y equal 2x plus 3, right?
right.
So I must know x before I can find out what y is. So x is considered my independent variable. My y is considered my dependent variable. Got me?
Got it.
Okay. And I'll go with it. I'll go with it a little bit too if you got questions. All right, so here you go. Was it this one? No, it wasn't
Yes,
that
that's
one.
the
This
one.
the
Yes,
one?
yes.
Okay. A poll was taken in a local high school asking students if they prefer cats, dogs, or neither. The results are shown below. What percent of students neither cats nor dogs? Okay, so there's only three options here. So it's what percentage like cats, what percentage like dogs, what percentage like neither. So there's only three options. Question they're asking you is neither cats nor dogs. So that's your neither right here. So to find any percent, right? You want to remember that formula. This is one of the formula you should know. Percent. Look at me, I'm writing too fast. Hold on.
Part over whole.
Part over whole. So the part is what the percent you're looking for. So we want to define a neither. So that's the part. The whole is everything. So we got 75 plus 95, which is 170, plus 30 is 200. So we got 30 over 200. Reduce that to lowest terms. We're going to get 3 over 20, which is 0.15 or 15%. I mean, you could throw in your calculator, but again, you should be very familiar with your common fractions. Any numbers that go into 100 evenly, you should already know. For example, 20 goes into 105 times, and 3 times 5 is 15, so 15%. That's any denominator that goes into 100. Again, that's equivalent fractions because remember, percent is out of 100. So what I did was you could convert this to a decimal, but the easiest way is to know, okay, I know 3/20ths, right? If I want to know, because percent is out of 100, I need to multiply that by 5. So what I did was mental math. 3 times 5 is 15. I know 15 over 100 is the same as 0.15. Got me?
Got it.
Yes.
Now, what you have to be careful about is that, especially with the probability questions, they give you the answers in a fraction, they give it to you in a decimal, they can give it to you in a percent. So they might ask the question and they might give you whole numbers or they might give you decimals or whatever. And then they ask the answer, they ask for something else. So, you got to have your fraction, decimal, percent equivalents. Got me?
Got it.
Yes.
Did we finish all these questions? Let me see. That's two. Let's see. Let's see some other ones real quick. Three. It's cats, dogs, and all that. We'll go to another one. We did that one. I think we might have did all these.
We did this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we did all these. So
Yeah, we
again,
did this.
and tables, charts, and graphs, especially for the science, especially for the math and the social studies, you're gonna need them. So make sure
Mm-hmm.
you got them. All right. What else do you want to work on?
Mm, let's see. Then the other one. There was the next one. Okay, it was another one. Um, it says time, seconds, and temperature.
It says what?
Okay. It said a temperature change occur when on mammalian. I don't know.
Where did it come from? Where did the question come from?
Is were they asking me about means and temperature?
Right. Where did the
To the
question come from? Did it come
where
from my
did-
site or
Yes, yes, we did it, but I didn't understand it.
and what's the question again?
Oh, they gave me Fahrenheit. I
Mm-hmm.
have to find the means.
Oh, I know which one you're
So
talking about.
yeah.
Hold on for a second. Let me see. Hold on. Let me stop the recording for a second. Okay. I'm going to start over because I didn't have my recording on. I apologize. So your question was about let's do some questions with the area and circumference of a circle. So first we're going to define some important terms. So the first term is the radius from the center of the circle to any edge. It does not matter. The diameter is from one side through the center to the other side. Very important. That's your diameter. And like you said, the relationship between the radius and diameter is just your perspective, right? So the radius, if you're trying to find the radius, is half the diameter, or the diameter is twice the radius. Okay. Either way, your perspective of how you're looking at it is the same thing. The
Mm-hmm.
radius is half the diameter. So if I have a circle and my radius is 3, my diameter is what?
6,
6. If my diameter is 12, my radius is what?
6.
6. Everybody can do that. And this is the problem because in all the classes I've been to, the students know how to do that. Easy. They know how to find the radius given the diameter. They know how to find a diameter given the radius. But this is what standardized exams are. They're going to say the radius is 3 3/4. Or matter of fact, not even the radius. I'll make it even harder. The diameter is 3 3/4. Well, what's the radius now? You can't do that in your head, can you?
No.
This is what's important. What you have to realize is that the radius is half of the diameter. Well, what do you divide something by to get half of something? What do you
Mhm.
divide a number by to get half of it?
Have 2.
Two. Two. So what happens is when you see 3 3/4 and I got to find half of it, you're like, ooh, ooh, you getting pain brains in your head. Listen, don't overdo it. Go with what you know. And I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to clear the screen first and I'm going to bring the calculator up. And this is why it's so important for you to know this calculator. Because what most people are going to do, and this is the mistake that people make, they'll say, okay, I need to find half of 3 3/4. Oh, so I got to divide that by 2. Oh, how do I divide that by 2? What is that? How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. So first of all, they got to change this to a mixed number. So that's 15/4 divided by 2. I got to keep change flip. 15/4 times 1/2. I multiply across and I get 15/8. 8 goes into 15 one time. I got 7 left. So my radius will be 1 7/8. First of all, how long did that take you? First of all, most people have, it took me about a minute, 45 seconds to a minute to do that. Listen, you're wasting too much time. Go with what you know. You grab your calculator, and this is what you do. Let me make this bigger so we can see it nice and clear. My diameter is 3 3/4. We know 1/4 is 0.25. So we know 3 3/4 is 3.75. I'm going to divide that by 2. I already found my radius. If I want to change that back to a fraction, I can. Why I keep doing it? It should be, anyway, 15/8. You still get the same exact thing. So if you want to change it, I don't know why it's doing that, but 15/8, we're going to change it to a mixed number. Why is my calculator messing up here? My second is not working for some reason. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know why it's not working. Um, that's weird. It's not letting me do it. That's why. See, everybody make mistakes, even me. Watch this. I hit second, gotta hit the right key. 1 7/8. But listen to what I did. I changed that fraction to a decimal. And to find half, I divided by 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the calculator, that takes 5 seconds. So even if you didn't know that was the decimal, you could say 3 3/4 and change it to a decimal. 3.75. I'm going to divide that by 2. Change that back to a fraction. Look at that. 5 to 10 seconds. Because everybody can do, okay, the radius is 6, my diameter is 12. My diameter is 20, my radius is 10. But the GED and standardized exams are going to probably give you a fraction. And this what causes people the problems. All right, so now let's go find let's go find some problems. Let me save this so you can see a picture of it. And then let me go to a problem. Let's go to GED Math. And let's go to area and perimeter. I thought I had circles by itself. I thought I had circles all by itself, but I don't. I combine them. Okay. So again, here's online practice. Area of parallelogram, square, rectangles, trapezoids. Area and perimeter of triangle. Diameter, radius, and pi practice. Area of a circle, circumference of a circle. Diameter or radius of a circle given circumference. Radius or diameter of a circle given area. Now, I'm going to show you something. It's very important that you understand this. I want to show you something. Uh, Watch this. me show you something. This is the most missed questions on the GED Math. Compute the area and circumference of circles. Find the radius or diameter of a circle when given the area or circumference. So you already know the type of question that they're going to ask you. So this is why I put this practice on here. So let's go practice. First of all, let's practice with diameter, radius, and pi. Let's practice with area of a circle. Let's practice with circumference of a circle. Let's practice with diameter, radius of a circle given circumference. Let's practice with radius or diameter of a circle when given area. We'll do like one of each. Okay. But this is why I found these questions. So when you have them on your exam, you're not fazed by them. When you're taking them now, you're like, because what happens in class, teachers give you the same thing. They're giving you a circle with the radius, or they're giving you a circle with the diameter, and you got to find the circumference or the area. That's not what they're doing on the GED, though. The GED is saying, okay, this is the area, or this is the circumference. You tell us the radius and diameter. So in the ebook, I specifically show you how to do it in the calculator. Watch this. So let's do some practice. I'm just going to do one or two, and then we're going to move on. Again, this says it should take you 6 minutes to do 10 problems. So this is a skill you should be able to do almost immediately. Skip all that. We're not going to, we don't got to do that definition. That's more in detail. So we're just going to mark it wrong, get something wrong. I want to go specifically with the radius and diameter. Okay, if a circle has a radius of 4, what's its diameter? Is it 12, 6, 8, or 4?
12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the
8.
diameter is twice the radius. So if the radius is 4, the diameter is 8. Okay?
Yeah.
If a radius is 5, what's the diameter?
10.
10. And this is,
Mhm.
now you should be able to fly through these. Get it right,
Mhm.
check, next question. If the diameter is 108, what's the radius?
54.
216.
54. Not two. So listen
Oh,
what you said. You
yeah,
said 216 because your mind said double the number instead of
yeah,
reading what they
yeah.
asked. It says identify the radius using the following diameter. So now you got
Yeah,
to
I
take
do.
half. Got me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so let's look at area of a circle. So first of all, from your formula sheet, can anybody tell me the formula to find the area of a circle?
Is it uh R to the second power?
Is the what?
Wait, radius to the circle. Yeah.
No, I didn't say what's the radius of a circle. I said,
Oh,
what is the area? What is the
area.
formula for area of a circle?
Let me pull my chart.
You should always have your formula sheet out when you're
Yeah,
studying for the
from the
GED.
formula thing.
I want to say C equals R
Mm,
squared.
I just saw it there.
Area, is it 3.14 times the radius squared?
Yes. So area equal pi r squared. And pi is 3.14. Okay. As you do these problems, you shouldn't have to look at your formula sheet for the area of a circle. Because what am I telling you? You're going to have that on your exam. So you need to practice these types of questions because you're going to have area circumference of a circle. So area equal pi r squared, and pi is 3.14. Now we're going to go practice. Area equal pi r squared. Find the area of the circle given the radius. R equal 5. Okay. So you start with your formula. A equal pi r squared. You told me pi was 3.14. This is my computer's a little slow. I apologize. Hold on. Something's going on. So area equal 3.14 times what?
5
5 what?
square.
Squared. So 3.14. What is 5 squared equal to?
25.
25. Okay, but even with mental math, 3 times 25 is 75. So you know it's 70, probably 78.5. But if you don't know, you use your calculator. Again, what do I keep telling you? Your calculator is your best friend. This problem shouldn't take you 10 seconds. Because what you should be doing is, oh, my formula is pi r squared. I'm going to grab my calculator and I'm going to do 3.14 times 5 squared. 5 squared. I'm done. 78.5. That should take you 10 seconds.
Yeah.
If that, because you should know the formula. You should know the formula. So 78.5. Now, what I did was I did mental math. I know 25 times 3 is 75. So I know it's not 88. I know it's not 81. And 72 is not enough. So I didn't have to use the calculator. Okay, find the area of a circle if the radius is 10. What's the formula for area of a circle?
3.14 times radius squared.
Pi r squared. You said 3.14. What's our radius?
10.
10. 10 squared is what?
100.
100. When I'm multiplying by 100, how many places am I moving my decimal point?
2.
2. So 3.14 becomes 314. Easy problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's without the calculator.
Right.
Okay, that's without the calculator. All right, let's see if we can find again. Should increase in difficulty. That's easy. That was easy. Now you got looks like a little word problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Find the area of the quarter circle with the radius of 16. Use 3.14 for pi and round the answer to the nearest hundred. How would you do that problem? Like in class, you're finding the area of a circle. You're finding the circumference of a circle. How would you do this problem? This is where conceptual understanding comes from. This is where critical thinking comes from. If I want to find a quarter of something or
Mm-hmm.
1/4 of something, what do I need to divide it by? Okay. If
By
I want to find
4.
by 4. So if I want to find half of something, I divide it by 2.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to find a third of something, I divide it by 3. If I want to find a fourth of something, I divide it by 4. So to find this answer is pi r squared divided by 4 because we only want to find one portion of this circle, 1/4 of this circle. So 3.14 times 16 squared divided by 4. I'm going to use my calculator. And I could do 16 times 16 and say 4 going to 16 4 times. But why? Why sit there and make a mistake? Use your calculator. This again, this problem is easy. In D, 3.14 times 16 squared divided by 4. It says 200.96. I forget what it said round to, so we got to look at that. Forget what it said round to. I think it said round to the nearest tenth or hundredth or whatever. But it's probably to the nearest whole number, 201. But we'll see. Okay, round to the nearest hundred. I forgot what the answer was already. It was 200.96. So 200.96 round up to the nearest hundredth place. So it's nothing to do. It's already in the hundreds place. I mean, already got round up to the nearest hundred. There's no thousands. So we got our answer 200.96. Check it. This is why I like this. This is why if you go into my course, I've included free resources. These questions increase in difficulty. So as you get them right, it's going to increase the difficulty. So when you get to GED, you're ready for anything they're going to give you. So if you listen, I can't tell you enough. Now I got my practice GED, I got my own practice question. But again, this is a wonderful program. All right, let's go to the next thing. That was area. Let's go to circumference. Let me close some of these so it works a little bit faster. Again, so I included all these so you can practice. It's one thing to have conceptual understanding. That's one thing. But after you have conceptual understanding, you have to practice, practice, practice. You notice they can give you the radius, they can give you the diameter, they can give you the area, they can give you the circumference. They can ask for 1/4 of the area of the circle. Okay, again, practice makes perfect. Circumference. Can anybody tell me the formula to find the circumference of a circle? Can anybody tell me the formula to find the circumference of a circle?
I should have my formula sheet, Professor Tinsley,
You
but I
should
do not.
have your formula sheet. So I'm going to give it to you since you don't have it. C equal 2 pi r, or C equal D times pi. 2r is the same as the diameter. So you use different formulas if you're given the radius or the diameter. But this is not asking for the circumference. This is asking you to find the diameter or radius given a circumference.
Mm.
But this is what's important. Start with what you know. You know this is the circumference. You know that these are one of the formulas. So I'm going to say 84 pi, because that's my C, equal D times pi. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay. In order to get D by itself, what must I do? In order to get D by itself, because I want to find the radius or the diameter. So I need to solve for D. What do I need to do to get D by itself?
Get rid of the 3.14.
To get rid of the pi. How do I get rid of the pi?
Cancel out.
How do I cancel out?
Um, pi over pi.
What operation is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I do apologize. Division.
Division. So D times pi is multiplication. In order to get D by itself, I got to do the opposite operation. So I'm going to divide both sides by pi. So pi's on the left cancel, pi's on the right cancel. I get D is equal to 84. If my diameter is 84, what's my radius?
82.
If my
No,
diameter is 84,
84.
what's my radius? You told me how to find a radius. You answered the question. So if my diameter is 10, what's my radius?
The radius is 5.
5. So you're taking half. Just because the number got bigger doesn't mean you change what you're doing. If the diameter is 84, what's the radius? What's half of 84?
And could you do it that way, Professor Tinsley? Could you divide 84 by 2?
But can you do that mentally in your head? You can't do half of 84?
Half of 84, I got 42.
Stop playing. When I say use your calculator, that's fine. You can use your calculator. But to be confident in math, mental math has to be part of what you're doing. So you should be able to take half of 84. You should be able to take half of any number. I don't care what it is. 108. Half of 10, 5. Half of 8, 4.
Right.
Right?
Got you.
So mental math is part of it. Can you use your calculator? Yes. So the proper answer is D, 84 and 42. Again, they didn't ask you for the circumference, though. They said given the circumference. Now, but I showed you that's one of the most missed questions right there that I just gave you. That's one of the most missed questions. Find the radius and circumference of a circle with diameter 6. So again, I need to find the radius and the circumference. That diameter is 6. So if my diameter is 6, what's my radius?
3.
3. What's the only one that has the radius is 3?
3 and 6.
6 what?
I'm sorry. 6
C.
pi.
6 pi.
See,
I'm done. I don't even have to figure out what the circumference is because it's only one option that has a radius of 3. Now, if you didn't know and you had to figure it out, you start with the formula. C equal D times pi. I know what a diameter is. So my C is 6 pi. This is not difficult, but you cannot remember math. You have to continually work at it. So first you have to have a conceptual understanding, then you got to practice enough, and then you got to practice different levels of the concepts. That's how you get a complete understanding of math. Okay? So I think that's enough for right now for this one. So we're going to check that answer. We're going to check it. We did those 2 different types. Now, this is very similar. Find the diameter radius given the area and circumference. We go to that next. Again, and all of this is just your time and effort. All this is right in the math course. You just got to go under it. Now, if you don't have a CK12 account, all you do is log in with your Google. Create one with your Google account. So you have to remember your username, any passwords, or anything like that. Just log in with your Google. Now, each time you take a test, I didn't show this, but I'll go through 10 questions real quick. But you want to show me your score. You want to give me feedback so I know you're doing well. At the end, it says turn in. Once you do 10 questions, you can turn in your practice so I can see it. So now this is a little harder. So doing 10 of these questions is a little bit more difficult. So I'm just going to go through them and get them wrong on purpose after we do 1 or 2. Because believe it or not, it's already 7 o'clock. Find a diameter of the circle with a circumference of 30.772. Most people would sit here and their head would explode. I don't know where to start. You should hear me in your head. Start with what you know. So I know the circumference is 30.772, and I want to find a diameter. The only formula I know for circumference that has to do with the diameter is on my formula sheet, C equal D times pi. If I got to find a diameter, I got to get the diameter by itself, just what we just did a second ago. To get D by itself, I need to divide both sides by pi. Pi is on the right cancel. I get D equals C divided by pi. Well, that's easy. They gave me the circumference, so I'm just taking 30.772 and divided that by 3.14. I can already tell you that it's probably 9.8, right? Because it can't be 12, 11.8. It can't be 6. It can't be 7 because 30 divided by 3 is about 10. But let's use the calculator, okay? Let's use the calculator because the calculator is our friend. I can't express enough. If you use this calculator to get ready for this exam, you're going to be fine. In D, 30.772 divided by, I think it was 772, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
772 divided by 3.14. There you go. Not
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was 9.8 because I looked at the multiple choice already. I already saw the options. I can do 30 divided by 3. I can estimate that quickly. 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mental math that I'm talking about. Okay. So even if you typed it in and got something different from not 10 or close to 10, you should know what you're expecting because I know 30 divided by 3 is 10. So I know my answer is near 10. Understand that? All right.
Yes.
Boom. So let me minimize this. Put my answer in 9.8. Let's go to the next one. Find the diameter given the circumference. So now you should already know. You should already know that in order to find a diameter, I'm just dividing my circumference by pi. Because once you do these problems enough, you should see a pattern. D equals C divided by pi. So now you just type it into your calculator. Or 78.5 divided by 3.14. Let me estimate. I know 75 divided by 3 is 25, right? So
Yep.
my answer can't be 55, 35, or 45. Bam, I'm done. That's not even using the calculator. That's the mental math that I'm talking about. And what you'll see is, as you start doing these problems, that mental math start kicking in, that self-esteem, that confidence gonna go through the roof. So when you take your GED, you ready. But let's use the calculator. Let's do what we said. We're gonna grab the calculator again. Mr. Tenzi, but I thought you said do mental math. I am, but you always gonna complete it with the calculator. 78.5 divided by 3.14. Because why? You want to improve your skill, your mental math skills. You also want to improve your calculator skills. There you go.
25.
Stop playing. Listen, if you're not ready for this exam, after you've been in my class and go through my ebook, I don't know what to tell you. That means you're not putting the work in because I'm making it as easy for you as possible. I want where say find the radius at because I want to show you. Here we go. Watch this. Find the radius of each circle using the given circumference. Well, what do I know? I know to find a diameter, I take my circumference and divide it by 3.14. That's so easy, Mr. Tinsley, because I've been practicing on your site. I've been coming to your class. I'm going to grab my calculator. I'm going to hit ND. I'm going to put 106.81. I'm going to divide it by 3.1. Oops, not divide. I'm sorry. I already got my ND. Divided by 3.14, and I get my diameter. But hold on, Mr. Tinsley. They didn't ask for the diameter, did they? What did they ask for?
The radius.
So what is going on here? My computer just is doing something crazy. I don't know. It's going all these. Okay. So if I know my diameter is 34, what's my radius? What's half of 34? If you don't know, how do I get my radius if I know my diameter is 34? What do I do to find the radius? Do what? What operation am I doing?
Revision.
Dividing by what?
2,
2. Bam. What's my radius?
17.
Stop playing. Stop playing. I'm giving you with everything you need. I'm showing you the most missed questions. I'm giving you all the practice that you need to do in order to take this test. All you got to do is put the work in. Okay. The last one is radius or diameter given the area. Recently, this has been giving a lot of my students problems. I had about 5 or 6 emails with this type of problem. Mr. Tiz, I don't know how to do this problem. Where is this located? It's right in the site. You can practice all you want. But let me do a problem for you. Okay. Always start with what you know. I can't always identify what you know. Identify your givens, identify the formulas, identify shapes, right? So I know radius, diameter have to do with a circle. It says find the diameter of each circle using the circumference. Hold on, that's not what I, this is the one I wanted. I'm sorry, I refreshed the wrong one. I'm sorry. Hold on. We want to find radius or diameter given the area. That's what we want. I apologize. Apologize. Let me close some of these. Had so many tabs open here. But again, all the practice is right here. So when you go to study, you have scrap paper, your formula sheet, your calculator. Then you go to work and you practice. If you do 10 questions and you get them 7, 8 right, you understand that concept. If you get 4 or 5 right, it's time to keep studying. Watch this. The figure below is a quarter circle. Its area is 78.5. Find its perimeter. Round your solution to 1 decimal place. What? What? If you saw this question, your head, boom, it just exploded. Your head just exploded. How do I find the perimeter? I don't know how to do that. Yes, you do. This is what you're going to do. First of all, identify your given. They gave you the area. It's 78.5. Okay. We know the area is pi r squared. This is only 1/4. Okay. So 1/4 of the area, which is 78.5, is equal to pi r squared divided by 4. Because they gave us 1/4 of the circle. In order to get pi r squared by itself, I need to multiply both sides by 4. So I get 78.5 times 4 equal pi r squared. This is the area of the full circle. In order to get r by itself. So let's do that calculation first. So 78.5 times 4. Again, we don't want to make mistakes. Let's grab our calculator. We got 314. So I'm going to move it over here. 314 is equal to pi r squared. We want to get r squared. We want to get r by itself. But first, we need to get r squared by itself. So we're going to divide both sides by pi. The pi's cancel on the right. We get 314 divided by 3.14 equal r squared. You should easily see that's 100. If you don't know, put it in your calculator. 100 is equal to r squared. How do we find r? What's the inverse operation of squaring something?
Square root.
Square root. So we take the square root of both sides, we get r is equal to 10. So we know our radius is 10. Understand that.
Mm-hmm.
To find the circumference, we need another formula. So I'm going to change my color. Because again, find a perimeter. That's the same thing as your circumference. They used a different vocabulary word. You have to know the perimeter of a circle is the circumference. The distance around the circle is the circumference. So I know how to do that. If my R is 10, my diameter is what?
5.
If my radius is
Wait,
10,
10, I'm sorry.
20.
20.
my
My
diameter
apologies.
is 20. So I know how to find the circumference is my diameter times 3.14. Correct? So again,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw that in my calculator. I don't want to make mistakes. Let me move this up here so we can see it clearly. 20 times 3.14. We get 62.8. Everybody understand that?
Mm-hmm.
But we're not done.
Mm-hmm.
This is where people make the mistake. 62.8. Circumference equals 62.8. That's the circumference of the whole circle. We only need 1/4, so we got to divide that by 4. So we get 15.7. I think I did that in my head, right? 1562.8.7. Yep, let's make sure. We don't want to make mistakes. So let's check it. So erase this, put this all out the way here. And then if you don't understand this problem fully, what are you going to do? You're going to go back in, watch this video until you got it step by step. Okay. So let's grab our calculator. Let's make sure we don't make mistakes. Mr. Tinsley did it with his mental math, but sometimes our mental math, our days are not good. Our mental might not be 100%. Let's check it. ND 62.8 divided by 4, 15.7. So I use my mental math to make sure I was on top of it. I use my conceptual understanding, knowing I have to divide my full circumference of the circle by 4. And then I checked it with my calculator. Got me?
Got you.
That's what we're gonna do. And again, and you can take this practice 1,000 times. You can go over and over and over again. So let me get some wrong real quick. What did I say? 15.7.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it. It says I'm wrong. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know. So don't worry about it. They hold on. Hold on. I don't like that. I don't like being wrong. Hold on. Let me clear it. So we said our answer was did we round off? What did it say? No, it said rounded to one decimal place. So watch this. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. So what you should also notice is this. I'm gonna show you a little shortcut. And this is one of the shortcuts I put in the ebook, right? Area equal pi r squared. If you're given the area and you got to solve for r, divide by pi. You get area divided by pi equal r squared. Square root of both sides. So r is equal to the square root of area divided by pi. So I didn't start with that. I want you to see the whole thing. So first of all, let's just start with our r first, right? So we're gonna grab our calculator. Watch this. Watch how easy this is. Take the square root again. Practice. Hit our ND. Our area was now 78.5 is a quarter circle. So we're gonna take and multiply that by 4, right? Divided by 3.14. So our radius is 10, right? They want to find the circumference. So times that by 2, we get our diameter. Times that by pi, we get our circumference for the entire circle. Divide by 4 to get our circumference for that uh circumference of that just part 1/4 of that circle, 15.7. Why they marked it wrong, they made a mistake. But if you come across a mistake like that, you just would say, Mr. Tensley, I did this problem. I know I did it right. It's wrong. Can you look at it for me? Don't spend too much time on it. Or you could go to your hint and get it right. But this is how you do it quickly. Now, if you notice, how much less time did it take me using the calculator? I did.
Seconds.
See how fast I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're not gonna give you a quarter circle or half circle on a task. A high set, they might give you a half a quarter circle. And a GED, they did not. So let's just get it wrong on purpose so I can show you something quick. I didn't mean to get it right. Don't matter. I'm just picking anything. But look at all these questions. The area of a circle is 3.14. Again, radius equal to square root of area divided by pi. That's the quick way to be able to do it. And I show you that right in the ebook, quick way. So now if you see the area circumference of a circle, I give you the shortcut to their formula so we can make sure we get it right. And I'm just showing you this because okay. Um, they want you to go through 10 questions, right? But I'm gonna stop for now, just so you see it. And it's not showing it to you. Okay. Maybe because I'm on the preview, maybe because I'm the instructor side. But when you finish an assignment, there's going to be a button right here that says turn in. That way I can get the feedback. So when you're finished, maybe because this is the teacher side, because I created it, but on the student side, you'll see turn in. You just click on that button when you finish, and it'll put your grade into the course. Okay?
Yeah.
I was hoping to show it to you, but it didn't. So that's okay though. I could do them. Yeah, it's all right. But again, so when you take that and you're finished practicing, it'll have a link. I mean, it'll have a button that says turn in. Then I'll be able to see those scores. So again, I'm gonna post this video. By latest, I'll have it up by tomorrow. Again, practice. So Brandy, go home,
Yes.
area and circumference of a circle. Go into the section. Practice with the Khan Academy. Practice with my problems that I give in terms of the word problems, and then you won't have any question. You should do this until you have any questions on these types of problems.
Okay.
All right.
Understood. Thank you, Professor Tinsley.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording for 1 second.